Everybody, this is Willie McCullum 700 McCullum Small Engines. Today we're going to go over my Cub Cadet SC100 push mower. So this push mower is actually just an overview. It's not a product review. It's just a showcase is what I call them. Is what I call these videos here. So this is my SC100 Cub Cadet. We're going to do a little tour of it. I'm going to tell you why I put a Briggs and Stratton on it and how I did it and what it took. So let's start off from the front to the back. So this push mower's got little gap piece here. That's how you can lift it up or have something to prop it up. I'm cleaning the deck. And it's got a smart jet deck wash system, which works okay. In order to use it, you got to lower the deck all the way down, hook the adapter to your garden hose, and turn the water hose on and start the engine, and it should clean the deck. I've done that, and it seems to work decent. And it'll wash the mower deck. I know some people say, that's going to hurt the deck. Yeah, if you do it in long term, but some people say you don't. That some people say it's a gimmick. Well, I'm sure it is to you, but I've used it and it seems to work okay. For me, at least, it works okay. And a lot of lawnmowers are starting to use that deck wash. And that's just one feature I like about it. And it's got the side chute adapter plate, which you can lift up and put a side discharge chute. Then you can put a bag on it. And to make sure you take the chute out or it's not going to work. And it's got a 140cc Briggs and Stratton on it. And it originally had the Chinese Cub Cadet engine, and I'm going to go over that in a minute. So it used to have adjustable handles. I replaced them with non-adjustable handles. And I have the bail arm system. That way, just in case one of my family members uses it. That way, or someone else uses it. That way, if they try to get under it, it'll stop the engine. In the 80s, the United States government, I think other countries were in this as well, decided that lawnmowers were a safety hazard because they had a switch that you turned on, or you just had to slow the engine down and push a button on some, I believe. Some older lawnmowers and equipment, you push a button on top of the spark plug and it kills the engine. And that was a safety concern. So the government came up with this idea where there was an engine brake put on, not a Jake brake on a truck, but an engine brake where it has a brake shoe. If you can see that, there's a brake shoe on there that stops the engine. It also kills the engine. And there's a cable from here to that piece right there where the cable runs into the side of the motor. You let go and it'll stop the engine immediately within 3 seconds. This was so no one would get hurt. And back then people always knew what they were doing, but I'm sure that's changed over the years, and that's probably why they put it on. Some people are still not smart enough to know safety, so what they do is while the mower's running, they they reach their hand under here, and it chops their fingers, and there's blood everywhere. So if you get away from the lawnmower, if it's running, it'll stop the engine. That's what they did that in at least 1982. Because people were getting hurt or possibly killed. And I know Honda and DR trimmers, the Honda lawnmowers and the DR trimmers have a clutch system. You start the engine and then you let off the clutch. And then it'll engage. If you let off the clutch, it'll stop the blades. And you push the clutch in, it'll turn the blades on. And DRs use a cable-linked PTO cable with a tension, because DRs use a belt drive. You know, Yazoo mowers, they were different. The way you stopped a Yazoo, I don't know how. If you owned a Yazoo mower, please let me know in the comments how you stop a Yazoo mower to shut it off. I'm sure that they had a button you push down along top of the spark plug. You push it down and it stops the engine. It grounds the plug out. And people are also crazy enough, and I know some people don't understand this. I tried this once. Don't do this at home, kids and adults and friends. If you grab this while the engine's running, you're going to let go of that thing real fast. And if you've had heart problems, you don't want to grab that at all, because you could have another heart attack or another heart problem. You could have heart problems, or it'll make your health worse. That's why you don't grab spark plugs. If you have heart problems, you don't want to do that, because it could possibly cause heart problems right away. And anyway, lawnmowers have this feature now. Some of them, it has that clutch system, like Hondas. They have that clutch. You pull the lever down, and it turns the blades on. And you let it go, it shuts the engine off, or not engine off, the blades off, and there's a separate control. Those are some reasons why they quit doing that. It's safety. Plus, you need to be wearing safety glasses, and you don't want to wear flip-flops when cutting the grass, because your feet will get cut off. And you don't want that. So that's some of the reasons why lawnmowers have this. It's not the manufacturer has a problem with you. It's to make sure you don't get hurt. I've actually bypassed this by using a cable tie. You slide the cable tie, and it'll be in a loop shape, and it'll hold the bail arm down. So they also have people say do not work on the lawnmower while the engine's running. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to work on anything while the engine's running. What if the clutch accidentally engages on them? And I don't want to give the government any ideas to outlaw stuff. They can come up with their ideas on their own. Just be safe when you're using this stuff. So anyway, let's get on the engine. So it originally had a Chinese Cub Cadet branded engine, which MTD calls their Power More engines. Some people call them Power No More because they don't last, and that is true. My SC100, SC100 had a Zongshin is what it was, a Chinese-made engine. Lasted trouble-free for the first few years, and then in the summer of 2019, in fall, it started giving problems where it wouldn't stay running. It would run, and then it'll just shut off, and sometimes it'll pop and sputter. When it tries to start, it'll just backfire, and the engine will stay spinning. It won't start, but it'll just pop. We looked at the flywheel key was fine, and we were going to fix the engine on it. But looking at how much these engines cost to fix, it was like, you know what, we could buy a decent Briggs motor for the price of this. So I looked around. I found a 450E off of another lawnmower. I put the 450E on it temporarily. And then this motor came off of a yard machines. This one here that's on it came off of yard machines. I had to put a different handle on it. And then when I did that, I had a few issues I solved. The carburetor would leak around the bowl because it would warp. It's a plastic carburetor, and the bowl would warp. I got that taken care of by building a few carburetors in the one. And I put a fuel valve just in case the needle and seat leaks, because I call it cheap insurance. And when I'm done, I always make sure that this valve is off. And I'll tell you how I know. If this piece here is parallel with the fuel line, the fuel's flowing. If you turn this off and it's not parallel, this flat piece, then it's off. There's no fuel going to the carburetor. It's got this Ready Start auto choke system, which is okay. Not the worst design, but it's not the best either, but it works. And so now and the safest way to start a lawnmower is be behind it. Because you want to be behind the lawnmower starting. And a lot of older lawnmowers, you put your foot on the deck and you pull it. And if the lawnmower rips the rope out of your hand, the mower will probably jump up. It's just safety is why they have it behind there. So, along with that, I also, when I got the motor for this Cub Cadet, it came on a Yard Machines. Pulled the Yard Machines decal off, screwed the Cub Cadet decal on to make it look like it was built by Cub Cadet. Well, built for Cub Cadet specs, although I actually had the engine put on myself. I installed this engine myself. And it's got 140cc, but this is a another fuel tank for another Briggs and Stratton engine. So this is for a Briggs and Stratton push mower engine, but this one's on a 140cc engine. And this motor actually works great. I can't complain about it. Along with that, I actually got it to where it'll cut grass and looks like factory. And you know, it's got a Briggs and Stratton on it, which is a good motor, and it's got a heavy duty design. If you want to call it heavy duty, I call it heavy duty. But overall, it's a good mower. So that's it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.